Hello everyone, Owl Plush here with how to beat Nitrous, Oxide, and Crash Team Racing. Now before we begin, I just want to apologize for my adolescent voice. There's nothing I can do about it. So let's begin. For those of you who don't know, Crash Team Racing is a racing game released for the original PlayStation, and the final boss of that game is Nitrous Oxide. The other bosses in the game are complete pushovers, but this guy's actually really difficult. Now, right off the bat, you're going to need basic racing game skill in order to beat this guy, otherwise you'll just be shooting fish in a barrel. Now, before the race begins, he gets a head start, which is really cheap. And his first attack pattern is going to be throwing TNT. What you want to do is stay to the side of the road to avoid the explosion. If you stay out of the explosion radius, then you'll be fine. Now he's throwing Nitro. What you want to do with Nitro is dodge around them. Nitros have a pretty decent attack radius, so are pretty decent size, so they're decently hard to avoid. And if you noticed earlier, he was throwing bombs at us. Bombs are like Nitros, except they're coming at us faster, so we need to dodge them faster. Right now he's throwing red potions. Red potions are smaller than Nitros, and when you crash into them, they do about the same amount of damage as Nitros. They make you spin out. But what they also do is they put a little rain cloud above your head that makes your car handle like shit, and you can't use any weapons you get from item boxes. Now, normally when you're fighting this guy, you won't pass him until, around lap 2 or 3. Right there, I got lucky with passing him on lap 1, because it's really hard to do, because he's always going really fast on lap 1, but lap 2 and 3 is when he slows down. And as you can see, he sped up and took his place. But don't worry, I'll pass him again on, lap 2 or 3. Now, these red potions that he puts near this part of the track, I always find really hard to avoid. And when I'm fighting this guy and I lose, it's normally because of those red potions. And green potions are much like the red potions, except they make you spin out a bit less, and they don't put the little rain cloud above your head. Green potions are kind of like the sucky red potions. Alright, dodge the nitros, like you did on lap 1, and here come the bombs again. Normally, you don't get hit by bombs because he throws them in the worst places. The game knows that they're much harder to avoid, so the game just said, the game programmer said, why don't we just make him throw them into the places where the player won't be? That is an actual quote from the development of Crash Team Racing. Alright, I'm first. Cool. So, while I'm ahead and don't really have too much to worry about, I might as well talk about the different characters. So, in Crash Team Racing, there's 4 different character classes. There's all-around, acceleration, handling, and speed. Basically, all-around characters are definitely the best for this fight, because basically all their stats are good. Acceleration characters, like one I'm playing right now, Engine, he's pretty good for this fight, because if you crash into a wall or get hit by one of Oxide's items, then you'll get your speed back a lot quicker. Handling characters are okay, I guess. I mean, they can go around these corners a lot better than, Engine can, and dodge items a lot easier, but they can't go fast at all. And the speed characters handle like shit. They will crash into pretty much every wall on this track, and they will probably crash into all of Oxide's items, so I don't suggest using them. Use them if you feel masochistic. So, like I said, you'll pass him on lap 2 or 3, and all we need to do right now is just maintain our lead. And honestly, if you don't pass him until later on lap 3, that's perfectly fine. That happens to me a lot. And this part of lap 3 I always find is where he speeds up and may pass you, so you're going to want to be really careful. If I pass him on lap 2 or maybe even lap 1 sometimes, he'll always speed up here and pass me right here. I don't know what it is about this part. Maybe I'm terrible at it, maybe the programmers intentionally make him speed up to raise tension because it is the final part of the track. I hate all the tight corners here. And follow my tips and you should beat him. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you learned a lot about fighting one of the hardest bosses in racing games. I'll see you later.